Someone had asked me about doing a video of me working on this guitar, and I had to level the frets and sand them with sandpaper and polish them with steel wool to try and actually fix a lot of irregularities in the tops of some of these frets. In other words, either the fretboard is not straight or the frets weren't hammered down all the way. Anyway, I just sanded them off by hand just in certain places and then polished them with some steel wool. But what I notice now is the ends of these frets are not flush with the wood, and there's actually enough space to where sometimes the string can slip off, and like it's doing right there. You see that? How the string is actually under the fret. I just pulled it off the fretboard and now the string is caught. And if it's doing that while I play, it's very embarrassing because it's never going to come back. I have to lift the string or touch it. And it's very bad when the string catches on any of the frets. And it looks like it's catching on this 4th fret. So all I'm going to do is take some of this super glue, crazy glue, whatever, and I'm just going to try and touch just a little bit right there so that it fills in this space, and hopefully it'll fix it. Magnifying glass. Probably can't see too well, but anyway, I'm just going to put some glue. I'm going to put some super glue there and see what happens. Okay, instead of squeezing it out directly onto the guitar, I'm going to squeeze it out on some paper, and then I'm going to dip this tiny jeweler screwdriver into it so I can control how much I get on the guitar without accidentally putting too much and it starts running down the fretboard, etc. So I'm just gonna squeeze out some here. Probably can see it eventually. See what happened? It squirted out a ton of it because it had dried on the tip, even though I just pulled a needle way out of the tip. And if I had that up to my guitar, it would have basically been a huge ordeal to try and clean that. Especially since I've got the string still on it, which is never a good idea. But now I'm just going to dip a little bit of that to where I can, you know what I'm saying? Where I can control how much I put on. Okay, so that looks good. And you get too much, it's no big deal. So it won't dry instantly. And you can always steel wool it and make sure, you know, you got a smooth surface. So I put a little super glue there. Anyway, what I'm going to do is let that dry for quite a while. Then once it's dry, I'll see if the string will work properly and not catch. You know, it'll pull off and then come back up. So when that happens, I'll go back and maybe steel wool a little bit right there to get that glue off this neck right here. And then the problem is solved. Okay? It's a shame that a $900 guitar, they didn't put the frets in properly. They're uneven. They're not seated completely at the fret edge. This is why those Gibsons are so cool that have the binding that comes up over the fret. You'll never pull your string off and get it caught. Technically, when you put your frets in, somebody should go back with a leveling procedure and level all the frets and then re-crown them all and then bevel the edges. That is a lot of work, which is why they don't do it. They just make these frets and press them in and they're done with it. So anyway, it's just like that. So now there's a video of me doing something with this guitar. So see you later.